Turret here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Crossing in the Woods. Playing Fury, spawning in the south. We have Brosras playing as Soviets, and his loadout is NKVD, conscript support tactics, and urban defense. The unusual loadout there. Facing off against him is Lalic, Fat Harry Potter 007, one of Paul's Smurf accounts, who playing OKW has Scavenge, Breakthrough, and Special Operations. He's going for Kubel first. He's going to try to cap some territory with it. Also going for some Ghostwire here in the centre. Both these players are in the top 10 with their respective factions, so it should be a pretty good match. And let's get into it, eh? You see a rather unusual build from Brosras. He went for this point here, then came back and built this with the engineers at the same time, building a squad of conscripts to do some capping. So he's going for a very fast M3. He's following that up by capping the munitions as a priority, so he wants to get that M3 flamer extremely quickly against Paul. And that will shut down Paul's Kubelwagen play pretty hard, honestly. It's early M3. This is one fight you don't really want to take with your M3. Stern Pioneers behind heavy cover. Stern Pioneers of course do quite a lot of damage, but you know, long range accuracy is not that good. But of course it's a vehicle with a much larger target size there. Low accuracy at long range doesn't really matter that much. They can actually do quite a lot of damage, and remember the M3 doesn't actually have that much armor. Small arms can penetrate it quite easily. But we saw a race for the garrison there, won by Paul. So he's off to a pretty good start. Crossing in the Woods typically has been pretty kind to OKW, except for that period of maximum spam we had back during ESL. And that is a follow-up sniper from Brosras. M3 I think is going to get away here unless some Stern Pioneers can get a couple good volleys off here. No, not quite. Force the sniper to retreat at the very least, but yeah. Doesn't quite get the kill there, and that means pretty much all for nothing, honestly. Now he's transitioning into penal troops. So yeah, definitely a pretty big deviation from the standard Soviet build in this match. Snipers are very good on this map though. We have seen many players use them, even though the Soviet sniper is not that good. Slow rate of fire and not terribly good camouflage. Always been its major hurdle. Popping in and out of camo quite. I mean, you can see the delay between coming out of camouflage and leaving cover. Very, very small. This one benefit of the Ghostwire though, M3 can't come through here. So that is of course the reinforced wire from OKW, which light vehicles cannot crush. So he may choose to kill it here. It looks like he's going to do exactly that. You can see it does drop quite quickly. That 50 cal. So only one squad of penal troops going to more conscripts here. And to be fair, he does have his sniper and his scout car for more the anti-infantry duties. He needs those conscript anti-tank grenades. Try and keep the light vehicles at bay, which of course we are going to be seeing from Paul. So it's about 20 fuel away from that. We do have STGs coming on very shortly for both these Fox-Reindeer squads. Paul being well aware of that, and as soon as he gets his truck he's starting to upgrade those troops with the STGs, and remember those do take a long time. to upgrade. But one of the benefits is you can start the upgrade in enemy territory. So sometimes you can start it, during an engagement, and your squad has to retreat, and they're still cooking the upgrade as they retreat. And once your squad gets back, it's already completed, so it doesn't interfere with your reinforcement. Now he's perhaps accusing him of map hacking, I think. When facing off against Tier 1 in an M3 specifically as OKW, you kind of have two options, right? You can go for fast battle group, which means you have fast access to the Faust and you try and catch the M3 out of position, or you get a Attrition and try and knock it out that way. But we went for neither of these options, instead trying to go for fast looks, and you can see that the mobile M3 is just confined him basically into his base now. It's going to make that last couple fuel before his looks come extremely slowly and probably cost him this game, honestly. It's looking pretty grim. Goes for the Attrition now. Very late though. Damage has already been done. When you've got this much map control, it is a good time to put down some traps. In this case, we're going to see the mine demo charge combo will be able to one hit just about anything that comes into its path, short of a king tiger. But our pool does have the sweeper. Sniper in a bad position. Doesn't drop a model though. Light vehicle's going to be coming out shortly from Brosras as well. Well, this could be a nasty retreat path here for these Force Grenadiers if they come back through here. No, they're very spread out here. That's almost gets them still though. Could still get them with the squad of conscripts in the retreat path. He's going to switch targets to them now. I imagine he's evacuating to get all 6 models firing. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. So how many models he dropped. If he just stayed in the building, sure he would have only had 3 windows there, but he would have had 4 windows from this way. By the time they got around to this side, he was already down to 2 models. Maybe he could have handled that a lot better, and probably would have maintained his manpower at the very least a lot more effectively. But finally, the Look's about to come onto the field for Paul. But at the same time, Brosras is already at the required amount of fuel for a T-70. So he's kind of late starting it. Probably upon hearing that Panzer 2, he's going to think, oh damn, time to get busy, and he's in fact not going for it. He's going for the SU-76, it's kind of unexpected. Still look at this map control. I'd have a triple cap, almost every important resource sector under his control. Things looking very grim for Paul. He had a squad of Panzer Fusiliers, I didn't really mention that. But his munitions income's so bad, hasn't been able to upgrade them yet. He probably shouldn't, because he needs to have munitions left over for Faust and anti-tank grenades. I'm not entirely sure why he decided to go for the SU-76 instead of T-70. I don't think this is like a particularly good reason. Maybe because he thinks he's already raketing on the field. Maybe I'm in jeopardy of losing it, I'm not sure. This could be the end of it though. He's taking an anti-tank grenade, SU-76 with the follow-up. Getting retreated before, remember we saw that. There goes the Looks. This is going on though. Paul has spread out and is capping quite a lot of territory. He's going for barrel group. Of course he has selected... Oh, no, SC-76 brush. Of course he has selected breakthrough, and usually in these situations you'd see scavenge followed up by flak panzer, but that's not really an option here. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with his next fuel purchase. Maybe he's going to go Puma, but I mean we're still very far away from that, especially once he has to upgrade those medics as well. This is a tough spot you can find yourself in as OKW. Having to take both barrel group and mechanized and not having any access to a call-in can pretty much lose you the game. If you lose that light vehicle that you build from your mechanized truck, especially if it doesn't get much damage done, which it didn't in this case. I don't think it killed anything. No high value targets. Didn't even kill the M3. Yeah, no significant manpower bleed either. Probably, I think he had less than 5 kills total. Brosras still hasn't selected his doctrine. Probably gonna go for conscript support tactics, I guess. Not really anything to use your forward headquarters on this map. I don't think this would be a particularly safe building. Remember, I think as OKW don't have that good of a way of destroying buildings. And what is this? SU-76 long range barrage knocks out the repairing Kubel. How did that even happen? And here's a T-Series follow-up from Brosras. Remember, he doesn't have any big call-in tanks himself. So it's just relying on tier 3, tier 4. Just choosing to try and amplify his power at this stage of the game by going for 2 light vehicles. Try and end this game quickly. There's that sniper doing 11 kills, 13 minutes. That's alright. We're going to see Satchel. He's standing out on negative cover. Look how quickly these guys are dropping. It didn't look like they were on negative cover because the icon wasn't there, but you could see that they definitely were. At least a few of the models. That's why they got killed so quickly. Good easy SC-76 barrage into the predicted path, but they dodge it extremely luckily. So when in doubt is OKW, time to blob, and he's going straight for the cutoff with this blobbing maneuver. But the sniper's going to be here picking away. This is really just about your worst nightmare as OKW. Got double Raketans. Not maneuvering them very well here, not using the camouflage correctly. Position is well and truly revealed, unlikely to get any kills, but using them in tandem. Good. And in fact, is he gonna back? Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought he's just gonna back into them right there, but not quite. Still needs to be moving around the camouflage here. He briefly went into the recon mode there to try and amplify sight. He's doing it again. Can't fire when in recon mode, but does provide a pretty good line of sight buff, as you can see here. Popping it off now. So good use of the recon mode there by Brosras to scout out the location of those Raketans. Now pretty poor usage of the Raketans there by Paul. I think if he used stealth up here Probably would have taken down one of those two light vehicles. Probably the M3, not the T70, but just any kind of relief against Brosras' light vehicles right now would be very welcome, I'm sure. Oh, nice SU-26 barrage once again. And even going for a forward retreat point here is Paul. Hurricane's facing up. This could be the end of T70. Yeah, there it goes. Didn't activate the crew repair there quick enough. That is the benefit of moving your kittens around. You know, Pierre can one hit those T70s. T70s can have a hard time reacting to that. Of course, they only have 320 health, so we'll go to 3 to 10 gun shots. And they usually rely on your 2 shots coming, you know, some kind of time duration between them, so they can activate their self-repair, effectively raising them above 320 health and not dying to 2 hits. But yeah, when you lob them together like that, obviously they can't do it. Just die too quickly. Don't have time to activate it. Did see there are kids trying to shoot at the snipers. I don't think that that works anymore. I think that they only do 40 damage per hit. Since patch a wee while ago. So you can no longer one-hit snipers. And there we go. M3 finally goes down as well. Getting Vet 5 on those folks. So things starting to look up for Paul here. Taking out 2 light vehicles, starting to steady the ship. Of course, Brosras has invested in tier 4, so that's probably part of the reason why he's starting to slow down his aggression. You know, he's invested so much into tech. In these situations, generally a good idea to go for the Katyusha, and that's exactly what he's doing. Try and target that forward retreat point, and the ISG sitting underneath it. And he's gone for NKVD. Oh my god. Generally considered one of the worst doctrines in the game. Let's have a look at the radio intercept. Pretty good ability, but obviously isn't, I mean, most useful at the beginning of the game, right? But yeah, so you can see what your enemy's building. The recon overflight. Against OKW, you know, not that good. They can just shoot it down. Get the fair propaganda, you know, just put 2 RNG, honestly. Probably not really worth it. Rapid conscription, oh man, that's a good one though. And Sturmovik attacks, also pretty nice. Especially when your opponent hasn't got their flak base up yet. So caddy barraging the retreat point now as well. Ooh, stern pioneers get dangerously close to death. I think that's it. 2 kills. 5 kills now. There goes the ISG. Kind of retreated right back into that. Snipers just having a field day in their center. Finally, that plane gets shot down by the base flax. I mean, yeah, planes getting shot down by default base structures. You know, it's seems good. I think I had one more pass in it as well. Probably one more pass left in that. Oh well. Oh, this is going to be the end of these penals for sure. Yep. Very late retreat. Also lost one of his comm engineers. I must have missed that. Perhaps they were in this scout car. That was the squad with the flamethrower as well. Brosras has suffered a few losses now. He's slowly climbing his way back into this game. Going for his next tech truck now. Does have enough fuel to set it up. So he doesn't want to go straight for the JT. Which is understandable against his opponent's current army composition. Oh, there it goes. Fair propaganda. And he's getting pretty good RNG, forcing 2 squads to retreat right there. I haven't looked at the abilities guide for fair propaganda, but I think it's like maybe a 30% chance to force retreats. Then another chance to slow the enemy down, and another chance to suppress them. Caddy onto the retreat point once again. Almost taking down that Raketin, but a lot of retreating squads here. There goes the Raketin. Good scatter. Cancels the retreat point now. And reactivates it. Good work there by Paul. He did pop assault artillery, but I didn't really mention it because it wasn't going to hit anything. There was a lot of munitions invested there. Probably wouldn't have used it there myself, but I can understand why he wanted to apply a bit of pressure, but maybe I think a few mines would have been a better decision. So I'm sure we're going to be seeing some tanks very shortly from Brosras, and be able to snare them for a bit of a follow-up from those Raketins is very, very valuable. That is a T-34, very good tank these days. Probably of the mind that's maybe slightly too cheap in terms of fuel. This has received its machine gun upgrade. Push away those squads. So now Paul's in a lot of trouble, honestly. It's just got all this stuff which is just going to get hard punished by the Katyusha and the T-34. Really comes down to whether he can set up a good ambush with this Raketin and take out that T-34 before it gets any real damage done. But we haven't seen much, good use of the Raketin stealth from him so far. Okay, this one's got no veterancy. This one getting close to V1 though. We can move at regular speed in the camo. Is that? It's a recon flare from the sniper, very rarely seen. Oh! Wow, flak base almost takes down the sniper. One model dead. And now Raketin's moving up on the T-34, needs to get out of there. Close range caddy barrage onto the Raketins. This volley, this second volley pretty bad as well. He's keeping going. Maybe he forgot to cancel these Raketins. I think they're just right-click targeting the T-34. He may get it though. No, doesn't get it. Reverses just in the nick of time. Probably lost sight. Needs to use the tack round there. Hope for the long scatter on the Raketin, but didn't do that either. And that's going to be a Raketin falling into the hands of Brosras. Very useful because of course he hasn't got tier 2. Oh, is this coming for him? And that may help him take out this COH2, which has been placed in a very aggressive positioning by Paul. Of course, it's locking down a decent amount of the map. I mean, slowing down the VP clock for him, which is a pretty big priority for him. But if Brosras makes a good push, soaking the damage with this T-34-76 and dishing it out with the SU-76 and the Raketin behind it, quite easily just seal the game right here. That being said, Paul getting very close to being able to field himself a Panzer IV. Oh, he's going for a JP4 instead. We are losing territory. Pretty good on this map, of course. It's not going to help him much in the infantry battles, though. It's not going to help him chase down the sniper, which will continue to be a big hurdle on this map in particular. 29 kills now for that sniper. If I remember, I think he's dropped 1 or 2 models from it though, so it's not like the offset sniper. It has bled him a little bit of manpower in return as well. Heading onto the forward retreat point, but Paul has good reactions this time, cancels that forward retreat point very early and doesn't end up doing too much damage. See tracking used here to try and increase the line of sight from SC-76, but still in range of that flak base. Here comes the T-34, but not at full health either, but I think it's not going to matter. It's going to be the end of the True HQ. And there it goes. Oh, could this be the end? No, anti-tank grenade has already been thrown. Maybe I'll just continue chasing it down here though, with that damaged engine. JP4 trying to come in, join in on the fun. Tank grenade about to be lobbed. Throwing it at the EC-76. Perhaps I should have thrown it at the T-34. Tried to go for the follow-up with the JP4 there. Against the JP4, going to take one anti-tank grenade here, but it's not going to give it a damaged engine yet. Oh, the Raketten's there. Oh, he's just going too deep. Too deep with this, and that's possibly going to be it. Oh, he threw that too early. And there goes the caddy! Whoa! Very adventurous JP4 taking down the Katyusha. And that was bad from Brosras there. Bad timing on his anti-tank grenade. Threw that before JP4 had taken any damage, so it didn't result in engine crit. Just like that, I mean, you keep counting, well, I keep counting Paul out, but he makes those daring plays, taking out the caddy, and he's right back in this game. Did suffer a lot though. He won't be able to build any more tanks thanks to losing his flak truck, the only thing he's got access to now. Oh, I'm missing some action here. Whoa. How did this even happen? Let's see how that... Maybe there was a conscript squad in his retreat path. Remember, Paul did lose his anti-tank grenade, anti-tank gun over there to the sniper. Didn't have any support. British JP Fortune, its rear arm exposed. And so now Paul is that's pretty much the end of his game, honestly. He's got to save 200 fuel somehow to either get the JT or the KT. And I just feel like he can't hang on for 200 fuel, especially with the low amount of VPs he has, and that flak base no longer protecting this VP. So yeah, this is what T-34s are so good at these days, just acting like a jumbo-sized T-70, just forcing away squads from the flanks. It looks like he's going into hard T-34 spam. Honestly, that Katyusha wasn't really working for him that well. Paul was dodging it quite well after the first maybe like 2 or 3 barrages, so good idea to switch up his tactics. Just go for the T-34 spam. With 3, I think he probably should be able to just straight up overwhelm Paul if they're all coming in at full health. Remember, this doctrine doesn't have conscript repair kits, so probably also needs another combat engineer to try and keep all these tanks healthy. This Eastern Front engineers are pioneers, very, very slow repair speeds. But he has got this one to vet too, which is gains its increase in repair speeds, which is very hard to do when you upgrade them with the Minesweeper, but he's done it somehow. T-34 is just forcing away squads from every flank. Once he repairs this one up, I'm sure he'll go in for the kill. Paul being a bit stubborn, not going for another Raketen. Instead he invested into these Fusiliers. trying to make do with just the single kitten. I suppose he's winning these infantry engagements quite well, but he's losing. As soon as a tank shows up, he just gets bullied off the map. So he has managed to save up 100 fuel or so. He's going for the Puma. Interesting choice. Probably the right decision. Oh, there goes the Raket, and I think that's going to be the end. Russia's probably going to try to kill that gun. There it goes, and that's it. Paul has no anti-tank on the field at all, apart from anti-tank grenades. Facing off against 3 tanks. It's looking pretty grim for him. There goes his infantry support gun. Raket going to work on this team weapon, probably going to follow up by taking out the battle group shortly after. Oh man, this T-34 just dishing it out. Here comes the Puma. Gonna get an anti-tank grenade off on it here, probably. Remember the Puma, he does 120 damage per hit. So that's it. It's had quite a bit of trouble taking down T-34s. Just have very good moving accuracy either. And look how much manpower Paul's bleeding here. These T-34s. Just trying to clear out their kitten so I can open up his Puma, but he's dry. He's got nothing left in the tank. All the squads on like 2 men. Yeah, now Brosras going to work on that battle group HQ. A lot of resources is tied up in this wood retreat point and the medics. Paul can't afford to lose it. Trying to use attack round through the shock blocker there. It doesn't find its mark. The Puma's main gun doesn't even have that good penetration. Oh. Their propaganda coming in once again, and there you get to see the different range of effects. Followed up by a Katyusha barrage. Oh, nasty combo. It was a similar combo we used to see back in Terror Tactics when the ML-20 was overpowered. It's the propaganda leaflets, and that followed up by a howitzer barrage onto their retreat point. Slightly different tactic this time, using propaganda combined with the caddy, but similar effect, and that's the end of the game. Paul calls it quits right there. Yeah, I think Paul ultimately just going for that Raket too late allowed the M3 to run all over the map, secure so much map control for Brosras. And then his looks just didn't have enough of an impact. Went down quite quickly. And really couldn't afford that. As for Brosras, pretty interesting strategy going for that cap and then building his tech structure and then into the fast M3 going for the fast munitions point. Pretty effective as well against OKW. Anyway guys, I'll wrap on that. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.